And I've seen a lot of chatter. I've seen a lot of people online saying so many things. And a lot of those things are just blatantly false or just blatantly wrong takes. And I think a lot of that is also on purpose. I think a lot of those people out there, I don't know that they're looking at this live right now because a lot of those people are the type of people that don't like people like me. But the type of people that are drumming all this up, if I could just take a moment, if you are listening to this, if you are here listening right now, or if you see this later, I'm not the boss. I don't know what the heck is ultimately going on, but I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that, listen, I loved Walter Hamada. I loved him as a boss. I love him as a human being, and I hope to work with him wherever he goes. But I couldn't have hand chosen two better people to be the people that are helping to now guide where the DC universe is going. You know, some things that I've said at a convention, well, actually multiple things I've said at multiple conventions continue to be taken out of context because people want to do that, because they want to stir up bullshit and drama. Well, you can stop that, guys. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on at the end of the day, but I don't need to. I show up and I do my job. I'm so grateful that I get to be Shazam. I'm so grateful that I get to be Super Billy Batson, and I will show up and do that as long as I'm given the opportunity to. And guess what? I'm at this point right now, I'm still that character. I've not had any, outgoing conversations with the bosses. We have a movie that's literally coming out in March. And guys, it's even better than the first one. And the first one was really fucking good. Like, I think you're really going to enjoy the next Shazam, Fury of the Gods. I really think you are. And I hope that that's reflected in the box office as well. And I hope we do even better than we did the first time. And hopefully this does enough to silence or at least quiet the haters that are out there that so purposefully want to be hateful about, I think, a really charming movie and a charming branch of what DC is. I understand that we're not as dark and as brooding as a lot of the other titles have been, and we weren't supposed to be. And, I think we've made something really good. And I hope that if you haven't seen it, you give yourself the opportunity to see it, and the new one. And maybe open your heart a little bit to it and recognize that that's what it's for. We bring a lot of heart and humor and charm and also action and drama. And again, this new movie is markedly better and markedly, I don't know, we had more time and more budget and all the things. So I really think that, and by the way, and if you didn't like the first one, still go see the second one, because I think you'll be impressed that we did even better. We did. So there's all that. And after the next movie comes out, whether it succeeds or doesn't succeed, I will trust that James Gunn and Peter Safran are making the best decisions that they can for the DC universe. That's their job. That's what they're tasked with. And I think that there's so many things that everyone is saying, like, well, they did this for this. You have no idea the reasonings behind any of the decisions that are going on. The amount of conjecture and like rumor mill and drama and nonsense that keeps getting spun around out there on Instagram and Twitter is laughable. It is unbelievably laughable. So I would just say be patient and give them some space and some time to try and really make something special. And I think something that DC deserves to have, and something that Snyder tried to do, and it just didn't ultimately materialize, guys. And so I think that it's a good idea to let these guys, I mean, look, James Gunn is, aside from being a friend, and by the way, Peter is also a very dear friend and my boss already at Shazam. He's my producer, which feels great for me. That's some unexpected nepotism. It's a wonderful thing. But those guys are not just making decisions because they like someone or don't like someone. They're making decisions based on what is best for Warner Brothers, DC, that entire studio and entity, and trying to make as many fans, as much of an audience happy as they can. And up to this point, there have been quite a few films that may have made some people very happy, DC films that made some people very happy, but they're not tapping into the larger audience. And, Marvel was very successful in doing that, bringing as many people to the table, as many people that could be satiated and brought joy and all that stuff. So if you're out there and you really liked what happened before, you can do that. That's fine. But recognize there's a lot of people that didn't like those things, and we should always be trying to, I think, tap into as much audience as possible, making as many people happy as possible. That's what we're in entertainment for. And I think that's what Peter and James are really trying to do. And it's not an easy position. They got handed all of these things that were already in a lot of conflict. So guys, just fucking give them a break. Take it easy. Take a breath. It's the holidays, for God's sake. Just go enjoy what these holidays are. Let's give them some time to enjoy these holidays. And let's see what's going to happen on the other side of all of this. And like I said, I have no idea what's ultimately going to happen to me. I think I'm in a pretty good position. I think we made a great movie. I think it's going to do well, reasonably well. I hope so. But again, regardless of that, if they decide at some point that, hey, this is the way we got to go, I mean, then, them's the breaks. That's how it goes. And I hope that people enjoyed, at whatever point I finished playing the role of Shazam, I hope people enjoyed my tenure playing the role and that they come with me to whatever else I get to go and do. That's it. Okay. So I don't want to, it's hard for me to see all these random comments and basically lies and things that people were throwing around online and not want to respond, because I hate lies. I hate deceit. I hate injustice so much. And so I want to set records straight. By the way, so does James. He's been doing this for a long time. That's why he's so active on Twitter, because he really wants people to know what's up truly and wanting to set records straight. And so it's, that's why you'll see action from me or him or other people coming to defense. It's not because we want to get tied up in some random argument with an internet troll. It's because we're trying to help cut through all of this random, deceitful banter that just keeps going around and around, because a lot of people who are very good, kind people who really like Shazam or these other things are getting worried, like, oh, is this all falling apart? Is this all going away? Everyone just take a breath. I know we've seen some characters, some actors that are taking an exit, and I know that's difficult. That's difficult for even me. You know what I mean? I was hoping I got to work with a lot of these folks, but it's just not the way it's going to go down right now. And I think you all need to, whoever out there is still like all drummed up and pissed off, like just trust that James is so, look, if you haven't watched what he did with Guardians, which was a total niche property that he actually brought really awesome life to, and his reboot of Suicide Squad that was better than the first one, he really made something incredible there. He understands comic books, guys. He understands world building. He understands how to do right by the canon and also by the characters and also by the audience. And Peter's there to be he's an incredible diplomat and business person. I've worked with him now for years. Just breathe. It's going to be okay. It's going to be better than okay. But we have to give them that. We have to give them some respect and some trust in that. These are my 2 cents. You take them for whatever you want, but that's what I'm saying. Okay.